I think it's so intimate to have someone see you work out, right? So when I first started dating this guy, I remember he used to work out and I was
Mm-hmm.
like getting into working out and he had gone to the gym already in the morning because I work a 9 to 5.
Right.
So it was like nighttime. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the gym. Like, you should come. And he's like, I already went. But like he still came, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you like me. Like you working out twice in one day. And so we started working out together. And I think it's such an intimate thing because, especially like when you're getting to know someone or you're dating someone, I personally feel like how you treat a workout or just like your time in the gym is kind of a reflection on how you take on life
Yeah,
itself, right?
very much so.
Hey, Honesties, welcome back to another episode of Honesty the Podcast with your host, Zena, aka Top Tier Z, where I keep it raw, I keep it real, and I keep it risky. That always takes me out. I don't know why I keep doing it, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay. Today's guest is actually your favorite trainer's favorite trainer. He's born and raised in Brooklyn, but he's currently Harlem embraced. After working almost every job in the book, he's turned the mantra of living every day on purpose with purpose into owning New York City's hottest, okay, Black owned workout studios, the Trap House. Welcome, Jeff Blue.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. That was the longest intro I've ever done in my
I
life.
wrote, you kind of set it up that way, but it's okay. I wanted to see if you was gonna get it all. You got it all though, so shout out to
You.
you. Keep it
No,
risky.
I've been practicing. Thank you. Uh, Before we get into the episode, I just want to let them know what we're talking about today. We're going to speak about your fitness journey and how that has changed your life. We're going to speak about co owning the Trap House, New York City's new Black owned reformer class weight training studio,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're going to talk about what it's like dating someone or not dating someone who doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, Also, breaking the barriers in Pilates. You know, Pilates is usually like a white woman's sport. So, as a Black
Mm-hmm.
man, how you've navigated that. And then we're also going to end with some truths and myths of fitness.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down. I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we're going to do my fast five of Would You Rather.
Okay.
I ask you 5 questions. You give your response. We keep it
You want me
pushing.
to make them quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. I got you. I got you.
If I need any more, I think there's like one of them I'm going to question you
All
about.
right, that's
But for
fine.
the most part,
All
it's
right.
a fast five.
All right, cool. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Would you rather run 5 miles every day or do 100 push ups every day?
Right now, probably run 5 miles.
Yuck. Um, I don't do either, but here I am. I know I can't do that. Would you rather date a woman who is naturally fit in the gym or a surgically enhanced woman?
That you already know the answer to that one.
I want you to
Yeah,
tell the
you
people.
got to be in the gym. Put the work in. It speaks to a lot to who you are as a person. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay. That was the one I was going
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
to
Yeah. You got it.
ask you why not? Would you rather work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes? Oh, no, I'm lying. Would you rather work out every day for 30 minutes or 3 times a week for 90 minutes?
Um.
Mm.
It depends on what the workout is. Because I think that mentally you can also be working out too. It doesn't necessarily have to be, um, like actually challenging yourself and getting your heart rate up. So but if I was going to intense workout, I'd probably do 3 times a week for 90 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. I completely agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would you rather sore arms after a workout or sore legs?
Sore arms.
You don't
Sore
want the
arms.
wobble
Yeah,
legs.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I live in New York, so I live on a fifth floor. Walk up, it's the penthouse.
Ooh,
It's the top floor.
okay.
It's not really the penthouse. I just call it that because it's on the top.
Mhm.
But I have to walk up the steps every day, so I'd rather my arms be sore than my legs be sore. When I do leg day, it's definitely a struggle getting home some days. Yeah, I look up and I'm like, I'm only on the third floor. I'll sit down. I answer an email, then get up and keep walking. So yeah.
Need a little break. No, that's me too. I live on the third floor of a condo. It's my penthouse. I got a little sky line. What is
Yeah, that's it.
it?
Skylight. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when I do like that, I struggle. It's 27 stairs, and I'm like, when am
Yeah,
I
you
gonna
count
get
each
it up?
every one of them. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I
And then
understand
taking the
that.
subway also. I agree. So
Yeah,
arms.
living in New York is a workout in its own in itself. So yeah, you never know where you got to run, jump, skip, back pedal, push, fight.
Backflip.
Yeah, you never know. It's all a journey every day outside.
That's a fact. My last question, would you rather weight train or Pilates?
I'd rather both. I'd rather just go to Trap House and do both.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
talk
I'd rather go
about
to Trap House and do
it.
both.
That's a
Yeah.
good answer.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. That was a little testy test and you
Yeah,
passed.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm safe.
You
I
safe.
thought I needed to stretch before this. I had to make sure, but we
Nah,
good. I'm
nah.
safe. All right, bet.
Listen, this is not your class, okay? That's how we met. I went to two of Jeff's classes. The first one was the full body, the
Mm-hmm.
second one was lower body,
Trapping on the
and
low.
trapping on the low. And God knows he almost killed me, but
Yeah, it's okay.
I
That's
survived.
what it's there for.
The,
That's what it's there
the
for.
strong
Yeah,
survive.
exactly. Exactly.
So, tell me about your fitness journey. How did you get into working out and fitness? And no, no, no. Before we get there, tell me about co-owning the Trap House with Wheezy, who is also
Um,
co-owner of the studio.
Wheezy, and we can't forget about Brianda.
Brianda, shout
Brianda
out to the
is
full series.
first. Let's talk about Brianda. Brianda is I feel like the legs that we all stand on. When me and Weezy are all over the place or whatever, Brianda keeps us upright and as she would say, aligned. So shout out to Brianda, she's our COO, and then Weezy. I've known Weezy for years. We met when I was working at another gym back in the day, and she was like, "You play good music and you black, so I'm gonna come take your class." Which, if you know Weezy, that's her vibe anyway. So we kind of just always just stay close and my own fitness journey and then her journey as she built this and everything else that she's done, she always kind of stayed close to me and made sure that she supported me on my journey as I was going. And one day we talked about it maybe years ago and like joked about opening a gym. And then one day we sat down and she had this crazy idea, and I had just started getting into Pilates. I was walking around calling myself Pilates Poppy. And we kind of just put the two ideas together and was like, yo, this is something that we can do. And you look around and there's nothing like it. And then for it to be, a beautiful space that Bree curated. And if you walk in, if you've ever been to Trap House, you know that it smells amazing. It looks amazing. The colors are unique and it looks, elevated. And all that is a testament to Brianda. And then Wheezy kind of putting the energy behind it and me doing the fitness. I think we've created something that I think will stand the test of time and be something that everybody will want to come to. And I think everybody should take the opportunity to come and show us some love and come for the vibes, but stay for the grind because we definitely gonna work. So yeah, for
We
sure.
do.
For
I
sure. Yeah.
agree. Like it's just such a beautiful space. There's amenities. There's um what's
Hair
scrunchies in
ties,
the
yeah.
bathroom. There's mouthwash. First of all, there's astringent for your face after you work
Yeah,
out. Like
people
I'm for
yeah,
my
you
skin,
gotta keep yourself clean.
like
Like, yeah, for sure.
it just does its thing. And then the energy, like the music, as you mentioned, right? There's trap music with house music
Shout
as
out, yeah,
well.
shout out to our DJ Sheck Dash. He curates all the playlists. So shout out to Sheck for the music. So we got everything you need. Come to Trap. Everything you need is there. So you kind of get the best of both worlds when you got we got X Former, which is a version of Pilates. And then we got Strength. And so come and get everything you need in one class and you walk out feeling good.
You
So yeah.
do. I've never done Pilates before. That was my first time. How did I do?
You
Judge
did
me. I'm
good. No, no, no,
scared.
you did good. Honestly, I tell people all the time, it's just trusting yourself and listening. You go into a class and you kind of get into your own head and you're like, oh, I got to look around and see what everybody else is doing or whatever the case may be. Like, nah, this is your journey. You take 50 minutes to really just lock in and I'm going to guide you there. I'm going to get you to the finish line. All of our instructors are trained to do so. So allow us to do that and put your trust in us and we'll get you there. It's going to be a good experience. So I tell people, just relax. I might be pushing you, I might be challenging you, but I only push people because I know that you can.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need somebody to do that because you'll set limits for yourself that
Mhm.
you can always exceed, but I can see beyond that. So I'm gonna help you get there. So that's the goal for me every time. So yeah,
You do. I love
yeah.
that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. What is it like? First of all, how did you get into Pilates? And as I mentioned before, like at least for me, when I saw Pilates being advertised, it's always like a white woman, like an LA type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? Vibe. And so being a black man, like what was it like getting into that space and like breaking that barrier to now owning your own studio?
Um, I feel like I'm a little bit of a rebel in itself, just naturally, and I think that's also why me and Weezy kind of like get along, but in different ways. But I think in that mindset of just like disrupting stuff,
Mhm.
I go to classes. And I'm like, bro, I see Sally and Susie over here doing this, and I'm like, bro, I can do that.
Yeah.
And why not go challenge myself? I'm always trying to find ways to challenge myself. Like I got into boxing. Shout out to my boxing coach Jacob. Um, and he's always trying to push me to be better. And one thing about the sport of boxing, you can never stop learning. It's the same thing when you're on a reformer, right? Like it's challenging every single time. Whether you're a pro, whether it's your first time, it's going to be challenging every single time. And so there's ways that you can push yourself and make it more challenging.
Mhm.
There's ways you can regress it and still be challenging. And so I just was like, you know what? I want to get into this space and see what it feels like. I'm seeing all these girls go take this class.
Mhm.
I'm like, why not me? I've done everything I think in fitness. I've had every job, held most positions. And so for me, I was like, let me just go try it. I went to a class and I'm like, the same idea, right? You're in there, you're like, oh, I'm a dude, I can lift, I'm strong, I'm athletic, I can do it all. But then it humbles you. You have to listen. You have to really be patient and be very in tune with your muscles and know that 1 inch lower or 1 inch higher makes a difference. So like those were the things that kind of like spearheaded me in that process. And then I was like, okay, I learned, I'm coming back, I'm falling in love with the process. How can I continue this?
Mhm.
And then once I met Wheezy, she kind of like gave me the idea that I was like, she was like, yo, we can do it if you really want to. And I was like, you know what? I've been taking these classes enough. I'm ready. Like I'm ready to,
Teach.
spearhead. And I think that for me, it's all about helping people.
Mhm.
And I know that one thing that I'm always passionate about is giving people of color opportunity to, because I used to work at Lifetime. I used to work at a gym called Switch Playground. I used to work at a gym called Swerve. None of those locations or none of those modalities or gym offerings were offered in Harlem.
Mhm.
There might be some in Brooklyn, but like there's nothing like it. You have to travel to the city to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why can't I? That's why I started Tire Flip Tuesday. I do a tire flip class outside in Harlem every Tuesday for people of color.
Oh,
And
for
now, granted,
free?
everybody, no, it's not free,
Oh,
but it's affordable for people to take the class. And
and it
it
builds
became a
community
thing, yeah.
also.
And it builds community. People outside, people walk by, and everyone shows up. I have clients of all different colors, different sizes. They all show up. But
Mhm.
it's an idea of seeing, all these different people together. And that's kind of what I want Trap to be too. Like I want people,
Mhm.
obviously we're black owned and we want people of color to, like, that's the beauty that I love, that I see every single day, is that people are trusting us to start their fitness journey.
Yeah.
And that in itself is so beautiful. Like I love that. So yeah, it's been a fun time. It's been a fun journey. And just like I haven't really sat down and thought about the idea that I'm like one of the few black male Pilates
Mhm.
instructors. I'm just trying to impact lives in a positive way. And if that means I have to do it through Pilates, or this is where I'm at right now, this is where God wanted my feet to be.
Mhm.
And so I'm meant to be doing this. So yeah.
Fact. And also,
Yeah.
it's like a testament to other Black men who may have that interest,
Very
right?
much
It's
so.
like when you see someone else do it and there's that representation, there's that, like, he looks like me. And if he's doing it, so can I,
Yeah.
it's very rewarding.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely got inspiration from one of my best friends. He's an instructor at Peloton, Alex Toussaint.
Mhm.
Like he teaches on a bike. I remember even that was the same thing back in the day. Cycling was very much
Yep.
a female thing, or like, like nobody really seen a black male get on a bike and really teach the class.
Mhm.
And so to see him in that space, and then now you see where Peloton is, and to see how he is unapologetic and he's up there doing his thing, like I was very motivated by that. So I was like, yo, there's a lane to navigate this space and be ourselves, that people have to receive whether they like it or not. And
Mhm.
that's where we are right now, and I think that people like it. So I'm thankful with where we are in the journey.
It's giving coast to coast, okay?
Yeah.
It's giving multiple locations. It's
Yeah, soon,
giving
God willing, it'll all come together.
multiple trap houses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The trap always jumping.
This is legit. I be trapping after work, y'all. I work 8:30 to 4:30, then go trap at 5:30.
There you
Like,
go. Yeah,
giving
that's
two
it.
jobs. No, I'm joking.
That's it.
Tell me, how has working out changed your life, and not just your physique, but like for me personally, right? I've been working out consistently. This year will make 3 years.
Mhm.
Well, let me say, if I make it to the summer, I'm gonna make it to the summer.
Shout out to you. Yeah.
Thank you. It's gonna be 3 years, and like, obviously I love my body. I'm like, damn, I look good most days. But I feel like mentally it just like calms me, right?
Mhm.
It's a release for me.
Mhm.
And also it helps discipline me because I know, okay, I want to work out these many times a week. So I surround my days on my week around my workouts,
Mhm.
right? And so when I have that discipline, it's like a ripple effect
Mhm.
because I'm disciplined in that, and then I'm disciplined in
Yep.
what I eat and everything else. So, how has it changed your life?
Before, so growing up, I grew up, my mom used to whoop me. My dad didn't whip me as much. He more so would make me work out as a punishment. So
Ooh.
we used to have this thing when I would get in trouble called 6 inches. And
Mhm.
I knew like my dad say 6 inches, lay on the ground, feet off the ground, 6 inches off the ground, just hold it. And now
Oh.
he would do like crazy stuff, like put a candle there. Like,
Ooh.
granted, as a kid, I'm so afraid of I'm already in trouble. I can't let my legs drop.
Yeah.
So I'm in there shaking and like, but my dad, kind of set me up for success, kind of because I was like 8 years old with a six pack. Cause like I was, but I was also in trouble a lot. So that lets you
I
know a
was about to
lot.
say you're
Yeah, I was
bad,
also
but
in trouble a
okay.
lot. Yeah. But that kind of started it really. And then I played sports my whole life. So as an athlete, it kind of made it a lot easier to just navigate life, and sports and education for me went hand in hand. So, but it was when I got to military school. I had a coach, Coach Erlacher. He was our strength and conditioning coach, and I knew I wanted to, you know, possibly take sports and take it to the next level. So I kind of like locked in with him and just really just, especially when you go to military school, there's nothing for you to do.
What?
It
Wait,
was an
you're
all boys boarding school.
in New York?
It was in Virginia,
Okay.
Fort Union Military Academy. Shout out to all my Fuma brothers. And there's nothing to do. So
Mhm.
you kind of get to a point where it's like you either gonna go do your homework, you play a sport, you in the weight room.
Mm.
So that really started my journey. And then I left school. I decided I was finished. That was God's plan for me. I came home. I had every job in the book. I was trying to figure it out. And I worked at a community center in Harlem, which is what made me move to Harlem. And I was lost. I was
Mhm.
all over the place, lost. And those kids helped give me light in my life.
Mhm.
Um, just being seen and just like them seeing me as cool and them seeing me as somebody they want to see every day
Mhm.
gave me a new lease on life and a new motivation. So
Kinda
I'm
like
thankful for
a little
those.
purpose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very much so. That really helped me align with my purpose for sure. Those kids really helped spearhead on purpose with purpose. And then yeah, I worked at a kickboxing gym in Harlem. And I got fired from there.
What you did?
Uh being late, I was late one time, and then another time I had a crazy night and I came in late and I went to go get food and I clocked in and I left and they would say I was stealing time from the company. I understand.
Mm.
Back then I was banging my head against the wall like, why would they fire me? I'm the best instructor they got, so on and so
Mhm.
forth. But once again, God will guide you exactly where you need to be. And so me being fired was truly a blessing because the next week, maybe like the next few weeks, I found a gym called Switch Playground.
Mhm.
I started off as just a trainer, and then I'm all about hustling. I love the hustle. I love to just challenge myself and push myself in everything that I do. And so they let me teach one class one day. Our fitness instructor, she's one day was like, Jeff, teach the class. I know you know it. Teach it. I never looked back since. I never looked back. I just took advantage of my opportunity. And that's just kind of like all those things are very synonymous with life, right? You
Mhm.
take it, you hustle, you do what you got to do. It might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but if you keep stacking up good days, your opportunity will come. You have to take advantage of it. You can't just wait for it to fall into your lap.
Yeah.
You also have to make sure your hands are ready to receive it. So
Mhm.
I was ready and I never looked back. Pandemic came, I kind of deviated, did my own thing virtually. And
Yeah, you done like personal training.
I did personal training as well. I still have some personal training clients. And yeah, for me it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but it's also been a blessing because of the impact. I get to connect with so many beautiful people
Mhm.
of all different walks of life, and I also get to use my network to give back.
Mm.
I do a breast cancer event every year.
Nice.
I do a back to school drive every year. I do a toy drive every year. So those things are super important to me. Just giving back and understanding that kids that look like me
Mhm.
just need hope and they just need somebody to look at and say, I can be like Coach Jeff, right?
Yeah.
He's not an athlete, he's not a rapper, he's not a YouTuber, he's not a streamer, but he's successful. Now I'm a gym owner, right?
Mhm.
There's opportunities, there's things that you can do to better yourself. And that's just kind of what I'm all about. Yeah.
Also, you're like so well spoken, like it's giving motivational
Shout out to my
speaker.
mom. My mom would my mom was not having it. She worked so hard to make sure I had everything as far as opportunities and education.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is also a testament to her. Like I'd be a fool to look back and be like, oh, I didn't take advantage of these opportunities that were granted to me because I grew up in Brownsville.
Mm. Oh
Like,
God, if
yeah,
you
right.
from New York,
If
you
you're from New
know.
York, you know Brownsville. I used to have to beg my friends to come hang out with me
Oh wow.
because they just was like, yo, your neighborhood's too dangerous. Like
Yeah.
I just can't go over there. So for me, I'm just like, where I come from, I was blessed with the circumstances that I have just based off the grind that I seen from my mom, my grandma, my sister, my dad,
Mhm.
like everybody in my family. I watch everybody hustle. So that was just naturally ingrained in me. So
Mhm.
for me now, I'm just like, this is all the fruits of our labor and just like, and also God's blessings. So yeah, that's it.
Wow, I love
Yeah.
that. I love how you had the example. You have like people you don't want to disappoint, and you kind of
Yeah.
gives you direction, right? You don't want to disappoint the kids. You don't want to disappoint your mom, your dad. Like
Yeah.
that's so important, and it helps keep you grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, honestly, you're like probably I think it's so intimate to have someone see you work out, right? So when I first started dating this guy, I remember he used to work out and I was
Mm-hmm.
like getting into working out and he had gone to the gym already in the morning because I work a 9 to 5.
Right.
So it was like nighttime. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the gym. Like, you should come. And he's like, I already went. But like he still came, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you like me. Like you working out twice in one day. Like obviously on
Yeah.
different things, right? And so we started working out together. And I think it's such an intimate thing because, especially like when you're getting to know someone or you're dating someone, I personally feel like how you treat a workout or just like your time in the gym is kind of a reflection on how you take on life
Yeah.
itself, right?
Very much so.
Like, am I going to give up? Am I going to say, I can't do this without trying? Like, I used to have him like do abs with me, and I'm like, I can't. He's like, you haven't even tried. How would
Right.
you know you
Right.
can't if you
Yeah.
don't do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so earlier you were like obviously you choose a fit gym girl whatever, right? How important is it to you to be with someone who is active, who aligns with your fitness journey or just theirs on their own,
Mm-hmm.
but fitness, diet, right? Like those things goes hand in hand. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people wonder why they don't see results
Right.
because
Mhm.
they don't
They're right.
change their diet, right? So how important is that to you? And are you willing to date someone who's not in that space and maybe like be an influence to them, right? To get them there.
Yeah, I mean, for me it's important. So I would love to always be around people who are driven,
Mhm.
right? So that's just kind of who I am as a person.
It's like how you do one thing is how you do
How you do one
everything.
thing is how you do everything.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm all about people who are driven. Like my circle is very small and everybody that is around me is very driven. So like, and if you're not driven and you're kind of like just like aloof in life, I kind of start to distance myself because I just need to be around that hunger, that motivation, because that's what I was around growing up. Like you talked about people who kind of gave me a light and gave me a vision on where I want my life to go in the direction.
Mhm.
So if I'm not surrounded by that, then I'm losing because you're just taking away from me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely need people to like especially the woman in my life to definitely work out and like you said just challenge yourself because that says a lot about who you are as a person,
Mhm.
how committed you are to your routine, how committed you are to challenging yourself and getting things done. If you can do that in the gym you can do it in everyday life, right? And
Right.
that also will keep your mind sharp, and then it keeps your mind clear so you can take on whatever activities life's going to throw at you.
Mhm.
You spend that hour in the gym to focus on yourself. That's 10% of your day. So now the other 90% of your day, you can easily focus on the things that you really need to focus on, and that's the thing that's most important. So yeah, but also I don't think I've ever dated anybody who didn't work out.
Really? Is that like a prerequisite? Do you like ask? Like you go on the first day, you're like, so
No, I mean, it's not like I don't ask like, "Do you work out?" But, like, you talk about the gym, people know, right? Like, you look and you kinda understand, like, "Alright, I know what he does for a living." Or when you
Mhm.
tell someone what you do for a living, they usually say, like, "I've never been." Most people would kinda admit it, right? I don't even go to the gym anymore," or "I haven't been in a long time," or "I go every day."
They tell on
It's either
themselves.
both sides of the spectrum, right? So I think that says a lot about who you are. And yeah, like that's just me personally. I don't mind influencing anyone to better themselves. That's what I'm here for.
Mhm.
Even if we're not romantically involved, if I gotta motivate you to come to the gym, even in the sense of like me being in fitness for a long time, and I understand that like I might be the handsome dude that's teaching the class or whatever. If that gets you to class, then so be it.
And not
We don't.
seeing Josh's face is your inspiration to work out.
If that's enough, then so be it. If it's my energy, then so be it. If it's the music, then so be it.
Mm,
I'm just happy that you're here.
yeah.
We don't got to talk after this at all. But the fact that you're here, you showing up every time, you can be looking and be googly eyed all you want, but when it's time to work out, we're gonna work, and that's really what it comes down to. I try to stay away from like the comminglings, especially like with work and things of that nature. But for the most part, like we're still here, we're connecting, we're spending energy together. Like that exchange of energy is a very powerful thing. So I want to make sure that if that's what gets you to come back, then so be it. We're gonna rock and roll and make this thing happen. So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Whatever it takes to get people feeling good about themselves, I'm all for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I agree. I agree. Like I in the gym, I work out with my friends sometimes, and I'm like the one who's like, "So this is what we're doing today," and like, "Let's go!"
You have
Like,
to. You have to. It's such a powerful thing to help people get to where they need to be,
yeah,
right? Like because
hmm
a lot of people are just some people are also looking for that motivation,
hmm
right? Some people know that like, yo, my one friend, this person, they in the gym, I need to be like them. So please come around, be around me just to help me get to where I need to be. Like I have a friend, his name is Kyrie. He used to be when I met him, he was probably 300 pounds. If you look at him now, he might look better than me. And every day I'm like, yo, I'm proud of you because you stayed on your journey, right? Like you stayed on your journey, you found access to gyms, you did what you needed to do. Like I have an online subscription service that like I let him like he logs in every day. Well, most days, and he does the workouts in his house.
hmm
And so and like he don't know that I can see that he's logging in, but I see it.
yeah,
And in my mind, I'm like, yo, shout out to you, bro. You locked in.
committed.
That's commitment,
Yeah.
right? That goes a long way. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
also tells you how seriously you take yourself, right? Like some
Mm-hmm.
people, they do it for others, right? It's like, I want to be noticed. I want to look good in these clothes so people can notice me, whatever. I think when you do it for yourself and when you like the fact that you say he does it in his house, I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't work out at home, right? Like they have to have a
Mm-mm.
gym subscription. And sometimes that's a little frightening, especially if you're a certain weight. A lot of times I hear women say, like, I don't want people looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, get some dumbbells, like
Right, and just start
get some
all you need
bands.
is the space of your yoga mat, and that's all
Yeah.
you need. You can put that right by your bedside and work out right there.
Yeah.
That's it. That's enough.
It's really
That's
like if you
enough.
want to do it, you will find a way to
Right.
do it. And then once you get that confidence and that comfortability, you can move into what's the word I'm looking for? My short term memory is so trash. But move into the gym. I wanted
Yeah,
to
you
say
can
a space. Whatever, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. A public space. That's
Yeah, you can
what.
move to a public space. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A gym, a boutique studio, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Forgive me. I had a long day, a long couple of days after traveling. I got to get back to working
Right.
out
Come
because
on. We here.
I
Come
bought
on.
my bands on vacation and I did not work out not
Nah,
once.
that see? Not me. My family hates going on vacation with me.
You make
Cause I'm
everyone work
what? Every single who's up? 8 a.m. I'm sending messages. Meet me at the gym. I'll be there at 9.
out? Okay.
Y'all wanna go to breakfast before or we're gonna go after? Okay, we're going after? Cool. Meet me at the gym.
So do you purposely like pick places with a gym when you
I don't
travel?
purposely pick places, but most of them usually have it,
Intentionally.
or we just run outside. I
Okay.
went to Mexico with my family one year. We was outside working on the rocks.
Yeah, no, I did that because I went back home to St. Lucia. I was born
Mhm.
there. And I stayed at my family's house, and I was using like a bag of potatoes and like a rock and everything like that. This time I didn't work out because I had my daughter with me and my two friends
Mhm.
and my niece who lives there. It's like I'm trying. I was drained energetically because I'm trying
It's a
to
lot.
like,
It's a
yeah,
lot. It's a lot.
trying to cater to so many different
Mhm.
people within a 4-day time span. So that's my excuse, but I'm gonna get back into it
But
tomorrow.
that goes back to what you were saying earlier, just finding your peace and like finding time to work out, right? Like find dedicating 30 minutes to just setting time aside for yourself because that probably would have gave you more energy to be
Mm,
ready to receive what the day looks like.
yeah,
I took time for me, now I can give energy to others.
yeah,
So I think that's just something that you gotta think about as
you're right.
you're on the journey.
My
Yeah.
time for me was a massage, and
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I needed
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with
Cause
that.
like no, seriously, right? My masseuse was like, "Oh my god, you have so many knots. Like you're so tense and you're so tight." And I feel like when you work out, you should obviously stretch before, well, mostly after. I
Mhm.
do. I mostly do before, hence why I'm so tense. But going to your class, I'm all right. Let me like keep up with stretching
Yeah.
after. But like I really think if you work out, you should get a massage at least maybe once a week.
Mhm.
Do you
Mhm.
get
Yeah, yeah,
massages
yeah. I mean,
often? Do
I
you
need to
like?
do it more. I have a massage gun in my house. I like also have a back massager. I'll like sit on my couch,
Mhm.
like relax, do that. But I definitely need to go more and get like sports massages things. I think it'll help me be a lot more agile.
Yeah.
Because especially with being a business owner,
Mhm.
hold a lot of like tension and stress from just like figuring so many things out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moving parts, but yeah, I think everyone, like you said, should definitely go get massages. It's just relaxing. Even if you do 30 minutes of just your feet or your legs or whatever, just to have that relaxing moment, right?
Mhm.
Same thing like doing yoga, right?
Yeah.
Like
Just
just
stretch.
taking time to just relax. Life is always moving. Life is always going. I think just finding time to take 30 minutes to an hour of your day and just say, all right, cool, I'm going to dedicate this time to just be still or do something for myself or do something that's going to make me feel better.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's
Yeah,
extremely important.
very much so.
What advice would you give the girls who go the surgery route before even trying the gym and the diet route, right? Because like I have nothing against the surgery girls. Like teach
Mhm.
its own. If it
Mhm.
looks good, especially if it looks good. Like
Mhm.
if it doesn't look good, I'm gonna definitely look at you like, why did you do that? But that's just me,
Right.
I have my preferences and how I like people to look, even though it's none of my
Mhm.
business. But I find that a lot of women, they don't even try to work out. It's just, I'm going to get the surgery and then I'm going to keep living the same lifestyle
Right.
I've lived before this. And
Mhm.
now I'm back for round two a year later. And it
Mhm.
just doesn't stop.
I think well, I think now the surgery route has kind of like died down. I feel like a lot of
Mhm.
people are now challenging themselves the fitness route, which also is like I said is beautiful at Trap. Like I feel like I'm seeing so many people who are like I'm starting my fitness journey or I've never been on a machine before, but I saw this on whatever platform. I saw it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever and now I'm here.
Mhm.
And that in itself is a beautiful thing. Especially our like beautiful black queens who are coming and challenging themselves to do something different.
Yeah.
So it feels good to be doing that. Um, but I just believe in just like pushing yourself.
Mhm.
Like taking the easy way out is like set the example for the people around you,
Mhm.
right? Because if you let's say you have a daughter or you have nieces or even like nephews or whatever, just if you do that, especially when it comes to your own wellness and your own well-being, because you're also risking your life to do that.
Yeah.
Um, just to aesthetically please what I usually say is other people.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like that's like the easy road out. Take a little bit of time, challenge yourself, see what it looks like. Now
Mhm.
you might be like, yo, genetically, some people just can't get a fat ass. Genetically, some people just
That is true.
that's just that's just not how you're made up. And I get that.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like at least try to get into the best shape that you can and then see what happens.
Mhm.
Right. But everybody wants the shortcut. Everybody wants instant gratification, instant satisfaction. But that's just not the way the world works,
Mhm.
right? I had to go through a lot of bumps and bruises to get to where I am now, and the journey's still going,
Yeah.
right? I think that people get obsessed with the destination and forget
Mm.
about the journey.
Mhm.
And really, the fun is this,
The journey.
right? The fun is
Yeah.
this. Like, sure, I hope trap blows up and I never have to work again a day in my life. But I'm gonna remember that this time when I was busting my ass and I was tired and I came to do a podcast and I gotta run and teach and like those are the things I'm gonna remember the most.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that, right? I mean, granted, hopefully I have a family and I'm raising my kids and I'm spending time with them. I'm gonna enjoy that. But like these are the times that I miss the hustling, the fun, like so I think that from people like that, it's just enjoy the journey. It's
Mhm.
fun to see yourself like, yo, I worked hard for a week. Look at my results. I worked hard for 2 weeks. Look at my results. I did this for 2 months. Now look at where I am.
Mhm.
You start to become obsessive with the
No,
process, right?
literally, like,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm itching to work out, like, when I
yeah.
if I miss, like, a week, whether, like, I'm on my menstrual and I'm like, I just don't
Hmm.
have the energy, I am itching to go back to the
Yeah,
gym,
and it feels
and
good.
yeah, it
It
does.
feels good. It feels good. And I think that that's the part when you don't know where you're gonna go, just start.
Yeah.
Right? You
Mm.
like Martin Luther King Day just passed. Like you don't got to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Just take the first step
Mhm.
and just believe in yourself. And then you'll see the first step, and then you'll take the next step. Then you'll take the next step. Then you'll take the next step. You got to crawl before you walk before you run before you fly, and that's just what it comes down to. That was two MLK quotes, and
Okay,
yeah, so
Mr. I know my MLK
I
quotes.
mean, no. I mean, honestly, I truly just believe in things that I say things to other people that I have to say to myself. I wouldn't give it to you if I didn't use it for myself.
Mhm.
So even when I say things in class or whatever case may be, these are ideas and thoughts that I have to tell myself to make sure that other people feel like, like that I need for me that I know will resonate for other people because I'm human.
Mhm.
If I'm thinking it, I know somebody else is thinking it. Like somebody might think, oh, Jeff don't go through nothing. He's always happy. He's always, nah, I go through shit, but I know that when I step into that class, people need me to be a person
Yeah.
for them.
The
And
support.
that's a sacrifice,
Mhm.
right? Like I put whatever I'm dealing with aside. That's also why I enjoy fitness is because I know that in my journey that once I step into that room and I put that microphone on,
Mhm.
I'm no longer me for me. I'm me
Mhm.
for others. How can I serve you?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm all about. Like, how can I help you get to where you need to be? That's why I also push people too. People tell me I'm a bully or I'm mean or whatever, but
I
it's
love it.
it's really just there to help you. Like when you get out your own head, like yo, he yelling at me. Like when the class is over, most people usually like, yo, thank you. Like I really needed the push.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's like, yo, this dude is tripping. This dude is tripping. But
I
it is
feel
what it
sorry,
is.
my arms hurt so
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff is hard. What else is hard? Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing.
And you know what it is for me too? Like seeing the other people do it, I'm like, oh girl, you better get down there and plank. You
Yeah.
better break
Yeah.
them obliques. Like,
Yeah.
even though I want to give up sometimes, I want to like rest. Sometimes I do rest a little when you go the other way,
Nah,
but
that's
I'm
okay.
cheating
That's fine.
myself,
But you
right?
always, yeah,
Like,
exactly. You know that.
I
You
do know
understand.
that.
And like I said, it's always gonna be challenging,
Yeah.
right? But it's up to you to decide how much you're gonna challenge yourself until you feel like, all right, I pushed myself, I failed, but I'm gonna get back up.
Mm-hmm.
You fall down, get back up. I drop my hips, I take a little rest, but I'm gonna stay in the fight.
Yeah.
It's working out and life are so synonymous that you have to think about it that way.
Literally. Yeah.
Do I have a goal that I want to accomplish? Am I going to give up because it got a little challenging? No, because I want to get to this point. I want to look a certain way. If I give up right now, will I get to my goal of losing this weight or looking this way? No, it's all the same thing. So just how people, it's just all about mindset, how you look at it. Yeah.
I completely agree.
Hmm.
I feel like you have to working out like builds that mindset and
Very
that
much so.
strength, like I'm like, oh, I can do that. All right. I can, I don't know, hip thrust. Honestly, y'all, I go to the gym. I got my little bar in the Smith machine. I got a 45, a 35, and a 25 plate because I want a fat ass. So I'm just saying, like, I work
Nah,
out everything, but I mostly focus on lower
yeah.
body like 3 times a week,
Yeah. Especially when you want to challenge
side.
yourself. I feel that.
Yeah. And like my friend is like, oh my gosh, like Zena, this is too much. And I'm like, try. Like
Just
at least
try it.
start with the 45, right? And then add something else, your next
Hmm.
rep, right? Wherever you go down in your next set, go down in rep.
Hmm.
Right. Look at me. Oh shit. I know
Look at
something.
you.
Does it sound
Okay,
like I know what
check
I'm
you
talking
out.
about?
Yeah, check you out. Check you out. The Walking Nasm book. Okay.
No, I'm extremely proud of myself, but like that challenge, and I'm just like, okay, next week I'm gonna go for this much,
Mhm.
right? I'm gonna do these many reps. And I start seeing the results, and I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, it's literally like I feel
Yeah,
unstoppable.
you gotta start. And then after that, it's only crazy till you do it.
No, for real,
It's
for
only crazy
real.
till you do it. Yeah.
I want to get into some truths and myths.
Okay.
Truths and myths
Mhm.
about working out.
Okay.
My first one, right? So I want you to let me know, is it the truth or is it a myth?
Mhm.
And the the reasoning behind it,
Mhm.
right? Lifting heavy weights makes you bulky. Cause I used to have this thing where I hated my arms, y'all. I used to dance, right? So I feel like I always had like good arms. People would
Mhm.
tell me like, "Oh my god, your arms are so defined and so toned." And also I have a child, so I'm constantly lifting.
Right.
And so when I first started in the gym, I'm like, I'm not doing upper body. Like, oh, my arms are already so toned. I'm gonna look like a man. Like,
Mhm.
what is this? But as I learned, right, when the upper body is, you know, stacked and stuff, it actually gives the illusion of a smaller waist,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So
And you also can pick up heavier weights to put on your hips to do lower body.
yes. Wait, now that you say that, off topic real quick, but we gonna come back, but still on topic, right? I hate when people do not unrack because
Oh
to
yeah, it's
me,
annoying.
that's part of the
Yeah,
workout,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm like,
Facts.
oh, I'm lifting 45 on leg day. My arms, my upper body's being worked out. And there are men
Now you
sometimes.
gotta tap him on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. put your weights away,
Oh, I be telling
as you
them.
should.
But if I go to
Gym
like
etiquette.
the leg press and it's like 445 weight plates, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
which one of y'all
Right.
you
And we
trace on?
and we all are victim like fall victim to it. I've walked away from machines before and left it, and I'm like, "Oh, snap. You know, I didn't even take my weights off." But
Mhm.
for the most part, re-rack your weights, please.
Yeah, thank you. That's some
Yeah,
manners, some
that's it.
etiquette.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, back to the truth or myth, right? So
Mhm.
lifting heavy.
Mm.
I have an accent, y'all. Sometimes it's hard to like differentiate between the TH or the V,
Nah, it's okay.
But yeah, lifting heavy makes you bulky. True or false?
That's a myth. You have to lift very heavy to really get bulky. You look at some of the like I'm trying to think about let's say Regina King. Do you know Regina King?
Yes. Hmm.
You see a picture of her after she works out, she looks strong, she's shredded, so on and so forth. But if you see her in a dress
Mm.
on the runway, she looks amazing.
On the red
So
carpet, you
I mean,
mean?
yeah, excuse me, on the runway, on the red carpet, she looks amazing, right? So I think that that's the mentality that people have to have, right? Like in your mind, as you're lifting weights and your muscles are activated, like yeah, you're gonna look that way because you're lifting right there in that moment. But once your muscles start to relax and now they're more toned and your body feels good, then you'll look more natural.
Mhm.
To really get bulky, you really have to be lifting heavy,
Heavy.
heavy. Yeah,
On top of
yeah,
taking
yeah, yeah.
steroids, like some of y'all do, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
comment on that today.
okay.
That's not my
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm bowing out. That's not my
I'm like that's
ministry.
not my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I understand that one.
Okay, my second one is exercise improves your mental health.
Very much so.
True or
Very
false?
much so. Yeah, very much so. I think anything you do, even if that means you go on the treadmill and just walk,
Mhm.
I think just moving your body just feels good.
But then there's
Um,
this dopamine was
Dopamine, yep.
released,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I always feel like also when you look good, when you look good, you feel good, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm like I dressed nice today, that's every day for me. But
That's every day for me. Okay, heard you.
I'm gonna talk my shit. But I dress nice, my body looks good. I'm like just happier. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I feel like it goes hand in hand.
Very much so.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the science between the release, I'm not big on. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
much.
nah, it's okay. But like even like I tell people like, yo, put on a nice workout outfit and
Mhm.
just go do something good for yourself. Like if that means going to walk on the treadmill and show off your outfit in the gym, feel good about it.
Mhm.
Right? Like
Mhm.
now me, I don't really be caring when I go
Me
work out.
either.
But that's part of my journey,
Yeah.
right? Before I used to be like, oh, I gotta make sure my shirt and my shoes and my they all go hand in hand. Like
Mhm.
just but I mean I know I'm gonna go in there and challenge myself regardless. But now I'll be in the gym like whatever.
Same.
Which one of y'all think y'all could lift more than me?
I'm not here for any of y'all. Like I'm here for
Yeah.
myself, so I don't
The
even
the
care.
journey changes, like and that's why I think it was like why I say working out is so important for your mental health. Because after a while you start to just not care. You
Mhm.
start to just be like, "Yo, I'm so invested in where I am and where I'm going
Mhm.
that you could care less about what anybody has to say, think, feel." And like you're like, "Yo, I lifted today. I'm so stressed. I'm so stress-free. Like I lifted heavy, I got it off my chest literally, and
Mhm.
now you feel like a weight's been lifted off your chest figuratively because you've actually lifted heavy and pushed yourself. You let that energy out. So yeah,
Yeah. I love it. Truth or myth? Sweating equals a good workout.
that's a myth.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny because I used to teach a group fitness class, and there were days people were like, "Yo, Jeff, I didn't get sweaty today."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's fine. Like, talk to me tomorrow and tell me how you feel."
Mhm.
And they would come back like, "Yo, my arms." It's like an upper body day. Like, "Yo, my arms, man, I can't feel like what like I can't feel my arms. Like, what did you do?" I'm like, "See, you equate sweaty with a workout. I could easily put you in the gym and make you jump up and down and and do burpees and
Mhm.
like all these different things to get your heart rate up and then you start to sweat and so on and so forth. But like the challenge is really lifting heavy, time under tension, things of that nature. Sometimes those things
Mhm.
don't involve sweat.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I think that that's like a myth that people
it's
get
definitely a myth
misconstrued a lot, a lot,
because
a lot.
I barely sweat on upper body days, and the next day or the next 2 days, I
Mhm.
feel like the tense muscles, whether it's in my
Right.
chest, my
Mhm.
back, my arms are wobbly.
Mhm.
And I think people need to understand sweating. All right, let me get into my science
Go
bag,
ahead. Yeah, get
y'all.
into that
I'm
bag,
a little
y'all.
nerd on the low,
On the
pretty low key.
the low is this.
On the
The
low,
low.
I don't want them to think.
Okay.
I really don't care what they think. But when you sweat, right, it's a way it tells your body you need to get back to its regular
Mhm.
temperature, right?
Mhm.
So your body's overheated. The
Check you out. Go ahead. Keep
Okay,
going.
okay. So
Yeah.
the sweat coming out is a response because you need to regulate, right?
Mhm.
So that's all it is. So I used to think sweating was a good workout until I realized I'm like,
Until you have a
um,
good workout.
exactly.
That's just what it comes
Yeah.
down to. Yeah.
It's a fact. And I had to do my research.
Mhm.
I was able to retain it. This is the long term memory because the short term is
Yeah.
trash. But
That's so for all you people who take classes and you just be in there doing high knees the whole time and burpees the whole time and you just get sweaty and you don't really feel nothing,
Mhm.
go actually to a real class and go challenge. Come to TrapHaus. We got you. Don't worry.
Period.
We got y'all like Issa Rae.
Going back to Insecure. I miss that show so much. I'm about to go watch it on Netflix after
We
this.
got y'all.
Truth or myth? You need to work out every day to see results.
No.
It's a myth.
Your muscles build when you're when you rest.
Hmm.
So you need to rest.
How many days a week
Um
do you recommend working out?
depends on your body type and how you feel. You can take recovery days and it can still be kind of like a workout. If you take yoga,
Hmm.
low impact stuff like that.
Okay.
Those can also be part of it. Like for me, I try to challenge myself to give myself 2 or 3 rest days, or like one day would be a very low impact day. Um, so yeah, like I always say, just make sure you take time when your body needs to rest. Take it. Your
Yeah.
body needs it. Take it. Listen
Listen
to
to the
your
body.
body. That's it.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah. Listen to your body. Your body will never lie to you. So
Mhm.
listen to your body. It's gonna get you where you need to be. So yeah, yeah,
I'm on my last truth or myth. All right, this one I'm curious to hear what you say about
yeah.
this one.
Okay.
Strength training benefits everyone.
Uh, I think it's all contingent on where you are in your journey.
Mm.
Some people need to just start with the basics, just getting their feet under them, right? Like one thing I've learned now being at trap is just like people understanding their own bodies and
Mhm.
what that feels like holding a plank, holding yourself up for a minute. That's just the basics. So to give you a barbell, to give you dumbbells and put things in your hand and tell you to put it over your head, that might not be part of your journey right now. And I think that is, like we said before, like listening to your body and knowing where you are, and that's okay. But set a goal for yourself and say, all right, today I might not be able to pick the barbell up and curl it or do this, or I need fives or whatever. But tomorrow or a week from now or a month from now, I'm gonna challenge myself to do that.
Yeah.
It's just all about focus and committing to it and being very secure in your journey as far as like where you want to go
Mhm.
with your fitness journey. So yeah, yeah,
So you don't know if this one is a truth or a myth.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's either or. I think it's just all based on where you are in your journey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that because y'all, I know I'm a hot mess sometimes, but when I go to the gym and I see like really big people,
Mhm.
right, who are just like on the weights, like just all strength training, no cardio, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like in my head, I think you're supposed to do cardio, get get your stuff flowing,
Mhm.
get the weight down, and then you turn that extra skin, you tone up, right?
Mhm.
You move into strength training,
Mhm.
right? Or you do calisthenics, right? Again, get your body muscles to naturally do its own thing because
Mhm.
that's what calisthenics is. It's all
Right.
body
Mhm.
movement, right? And I'm always like low key. I'm like, I just want to go tell him like, go do some cardio.
But some people's journey
But
is different. Some people don't want
exactly,
that. Some people not trying to be Terry Crews. They want to be, the big dude. Like,
thick and
yeah, let them,
muscular.
let them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't like everybody's journey is gonna look different. You gotta allow people to be where they are and be secure in that.
Yeah,
So
I need
you
to.
gotta let them. Yeah,
I
yeah,
be
yeah. Don't
judging
let
on the
that stress
low,
you.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
nah.
mind your business, girl.
Judgment free zone like that purple gym. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that reminder, because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
nosy sometimes. I'm
Cause
like,
your journey ain't gonna, is your journey not gonna affect them and theirs isn't gonna affect
at
you.
all.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't, it makes no sense in spending more energy on that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I needed that.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Okay, let the people know where they can find you, your social media, the address to Trap House. Like, give them the tea on the Trap House
All right.
to come to the Trap House.
Follow us on Instagram and on TikTok, Trap House Fit, HAUS. Trap House Fit.
Mhm.
And come to class, 121 Ludlow. We got up in the trap, that's upper body. Trapping on the low, that's lower body. Full house is full body. We also have intro classes starting this weekend. And come take my class. I promise. If I push you, it's only because I love you and I want you to be the best version of yourself. And if you need me, your favorite color, YA favorite color, your favorite trainer's favorite trainer. That's just funny. But and yeah, just hopefully you guys are tuning in. Honestly though, and remember to live every day on purpose with purpose. And there's only one of you in this world they can imitate, but they can't duplicate you. So
Mm,
remember that.
mm, mm, mm. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, Jeff, for being here and for joining me. And you got to run to your class. So kill it,
Thank you.
motivate
I
the
appreciate
people.
you. Yeah.
You're welcome. And honesties, I shall see you all next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow Jeff at your favorite color. Take a class at Trap House Fit. Let me know how it goes and thank him later. On that note, bye. Thank you.